All right, now to help with some perspective, we're joined by two of our election analysts, former Chicago Alderman Leslie Hairston, as well as former Illinois Comptroller Leslie Munger.
We're already, even in the commercial break, getting giddy going through this coverage tonight. All right, so this election, we've heard different pundits say it. We've heard candidates say it at different speeches. It feels different. It feels bigger. It feels critical. Do you agree with that? Let's start with you, Leslie.
Absolutely. I don't think I have been this anxious about an election, and people that I've talked to in Washington, in Nevada, in Wisconsin, everybody has been nervous. They're on edge. They're antsy.
Yeah. Considering that we're talking about former President Donald Trump in this matchup, who's been in this position before, is there something about this for you that makes it different?
Well, interestingly, they've both kind of been in the position because VP Harris is there now, and I think, really running a lot of the things in the government, given what is up with President Biden. And so I think that's part of the thing that makes this matchup. We have two people who have experience at this high level of government. I think that for me, with Trump, the interesting thing is that I know where we were 4 years ago with Trump. I know what inflation was like. I know what the economy was like. And gas prices, et cetera. And so it's one of the reasons why, even though he wasn't necessarily my very first choice when we went into the primary, when I looked at my options, I decided that I wanted to go back to the safety, the economy, the border, et cetera, that we had 4 years ago.
Let me get a prediction from each of you. It's 5:30, and I won't hold you to it, but we'll see how these develop over the night. And I'm not asking you to say who you think is going to win. If you want to, feel free. But is there some other aspect of this that you think we might see ahead tonight?
No, well, I'm rooting for Vice President Harris, and that's who I'm going to speculate will win. I'm going to pick her.
And this is going to take days, or
now that's the million-dollar question.
Yeah.
I'd like to see it be done tonight, but I suspect there will be some reporting that will not happen, and so maybe tomorrow, the day after, hopefully by Friday.
Leslie.
I wish we could know tonight. I think that it might go until tomorrow morning because of just the complexity with all the ballots, mail ballots, and vote by mail and early voting. I do think it's leaning toward Trump. The things that I've read I'm not really predicting, but the early voting that came in, Republicans have done a better job this time getting their early vote and vote by mail out. Close the gap that used to be an issue for Democrats. Usually would like build up a big group in the early vote and then come and crush Republicans on election day.
Yeah, no, to the counter to that, though, is the Iowa polls, of course, that came out just a few days ago that historically have not gone for Democratic candidates. So how do you think that figures in if you're seeing this polling?
So I think the Iowa poll is an outlier. I actually listened to a Mark Halpern report and heard that from the person who did the polling that she has a slightly different methodology than a lot of the other polls. And it's predicting who is going to vote now and in the future. So I think it's a different kind of a poll. I'll be really surprised if Iowa doesn't go Republican. It always does.
We'll see. We'll have both of you with us through the evening, and we look forward to talking with you more then. We'll be back in just a minute.